Well, good day everyone. Thanks for joining and tuning in. As you can see, I'm continuing to rebuild the sim. I've now managed to get my main panel back in, so I thought I'd take the opportunity in this episode, very briefly, to maybe just give you some design features and some bits and pieces that I've done on the panel whilst I've got it, I guess, somewhat apart, and how I actually mounted it to the frame. You would have seen the frame in one of the previous episodes. So let me just take you around now to the back and I'll show you some of the aspects of it. Okay, so here is the frame. Look, I really do apologise for the camera work. It's pretty tight, obviously trying to zone in as well. So basically what I've got, it's an MDF based structure. So the front panel here, I guess the main bit you're looking at, it's 6mm MDF. And then again, I've got a 6mm MDF backplate here. I'll paint that up soon as I pull this all together again. And then the way that I did my glare shield was again MDF, again 6mm, but you can see that's like a band. See how that's a band going around? And I actually had that laser cut, routed with a routing machine. You could do it yourself, again, but it just came out much cleaner with a proper professional routing machine. So I took it to a workshop and they did that. And then I just have these dowels, which were a press fit dowel into that, just to give it the structure all the way along. My glare shield's, about 140 millimeters from the front of the panel to the back of the back plate is the rough dimension. And it's nice and solid. And then the glare shield literally just sits directly on top of that, and it doesn't get mounted, it doesn't get screwed down. It just literally rests on top. Benefit of that is that I can just take it off when I need to and get into the panel there. So obviously I've got the two Simeonic devices set up at the moment that are in there, and then I'm slowly pulling together and I'll put the other bits and pieces back in. Other than that, look, it's just simple little M3 screws with little M3s, I think that's what they are. And they're just sitting in there all the way through. They just bolt it all up. Just secure it all in. That's pretty easy. And then how I mounted it to the frame, well, basically, maybe if I can go around the other side. So I'll just go around the other side and I'll show you it from there. Bear with us. So I don't know if you can see down in there or not, but I've got those basically those angles that I was talking about before that I used on the frame, and I've used those to basically form a little box, if you like, and then so there's boxed in, so obviously the back plate connects through to the side. Now this side plate here though actually extends out. So what it does, it kind of extends out and then integrates into the cladding. So that's a 6mm side plate effectively going all the way back to box that in, comes out like that, and then integrates into the the cladding that I've obviously put up around it. And I just did that like that, and obviously that just chases up through there and then finishes off. And then I've got capping that goes on the top there, which I'll show you in a moment. So that's that box piece. And then to mount it to the frame, if I can turn the camera around, I do my best with the camera work. I got another one. So, and then you got the frame here, and then this just literally just bolts in through here, and literally just rests down onto the frame, and then bolted down there to secure it in position. So that's how I so when I take this main frame out, the whole assembly comes out. So I literally unscrew these, and then I'm unscrew it on both sides obviously, and then I literally lift the entire frame out. So this entire frame, once I've unscrewed that side and unscrewed that side, as you just saw, I lift the entire thing out, turn it around and bring it out to the front. How I work on it that way. So there we go. And what I'm doing now is I'm just putting the cappings back on. I've just put the cappings back on this one. As you can see, that's all bolted down in there. And now I'll just put the cappings back on there. I'll show you those cappings now. Got a capping piece like this, which I need to just rest into there, but obviously it's got to rest on something on this side. So the way that I achieve that is I'll put another one of these plates on the other side, like that. And then that just literally comes up flush. So you can see you've got that now bolted in through onto the frame, and then the capping just sits across the top. So again, just got my capping now, which will sit across the both of those and then push down onto it, which is exactly what I've done over here. As you can see there, capping just sitting down over the top. And it finishes it off quite nicely, I think. It's not too bad. Alright, well hopefully that helped you out a little bit there. That's the panel. If you've got any questions on that or anything that you'd like to ask or anything else of that nature, let me know, and I'm happy to field the queries.